Hi folks, Brooklyn Bellmond at the Laundry Room Collective Studio with the Lake Country Art Gallery. I'm here to show you a quick and accessible creative activity you can do at home with whatever materials you have. This is a watercolor activity I've done with students before on bookmark-sized watercolor paper. I've also done these exercises a few times myself when I'm feeling stuck or distracted, so it's a great low-risk creative exercise no matter where you are in your artistic career, or if you're just looking for something accessible to do with the kids. Curiosity and creativity are some of the first to go when faced with stress, yet we have come to understand the positive effects on the mind and body when we are taking time to make art. So let's get started. Here's what we're using today. We'll need some paper. I have mine cut into bookmarks, but you can use just about any size paper, or you can make them into cards to send someone some joy, or just use any leftover paper you may have. We've got watercolors. I have a set of watercolors that I use for studies and smaller works. If you're going without right now, you can mix some food dye with water to use. For easier cleanup and to avoid stains, there's lots of DIY recipes online to create home watercolor pucks using kitchen ingredients or recycling Crayola markers. I'll show you another way to use the Crayola markers right away as well. You'll need some sort of brush. An absorbent or soft brush works best with water-based material. If you don't have brushes, you can drop some of the color onto the paper and just allow it to fully dry before going on to the next step. We'll need a pen to use this after the watercolors have dried. And of course, the water to use with the watercolor. If you don't have any watercolor, you can always use washable Crayola markers and just make a little bit of palette on a spare piece of paper, wet them with your brush, and use that as your watercolor. I'll show you how to use that like so. And I have had a lot of luck with getting some vibrant colors doing it this way. For this exercise, play and have fun with the color, and don't worry too much about complex techniques if you don't want to. Here I'm mostly making random shapes and choosing colors randomly, just based off of what I feel in the moment. You could also choose colors based on how you feel, your favorite colors, or if you plan on gifting your creation, what kind of colors remind you of the person that you're sending it to. Different shapes and variation in color or intensity will add more interest. Experiment with how the water pulls the color in unique ways and how different colors react and combine with each other. For the drawing, after your watercolor shapes have dried, take time to look at them and think about what you see. Everyone sees the world differently. Use a pen on top of the colors to bring out the details of what it looks like to you. I often end up making fluffy birds or drawing landscapes across blended colors. Draw whatever comes to your mind based on the random shapes. You can use your creations as inspiration, pure creative practice, gifts, or display them as is. If you like, you can share them with the Lake Country Art Gallery on Facebook or Instagram. This is just one idea to try for any age group with lots of possible adaptations and continuations. If you're looking for cross-curricular activities for your young ones at home, get your kids involved in making their own paints using one of any dozens of recipes online. You can also inquire together where your materials come from and explore words that describe the materials or art pieces you've seen or made. Kids can also use art activities like this one to respond to something they've read, watched, seen, or felt by exploring what different kinds of color or line quality means to them as they make it. Hands-on activity is important for all ages, including adults, so be sure to make time to explore, create, and stay safe.